Did you know that one of the most powerful ideas in history came from a man who never wrote a single book? His name was Socrates, the father of Western philosophy. With just 3 simple words, know thyself, he transformed the way we think about life, wisdom, and happiness. Imagine a truth so profound that it could outlive empires, challenge kings, and inspire generations for over 2,000 years. What if the greatest journey you will ever take is not out there in the world, but deep inside your own mind? Socrates believed that true wisdom does not come from knowing 1,000 things, but from understanding one simple truth, that we know nothing. This idea may sound strange at first, but it is the key to self-awareness. He taught that every human being carries answers within themselves, yet most of us never take the time to look inside. We chase wealth, fame, and power thinking that they will make us happy, but we rarely stop to ask the most important question. Who am I? For Socrates, the most meaningful life is not one filled with possessions or achievements, but one that is examined deeply. He said that the unexamined life is not worth living. What does that mean for us today? It means that living without asking the hard questions is like wandering through life with our eyes closed. We might be busy every day, but we are not truly awake. We follow what others say and believe without understanding why. Socrates challenged everyone he met to reflect. When someone said they knew what justice was, he would ask them to explain it. When someone claimed they understood happiness, he would gently question them until they realized they had no clear answer. This way of questioning was not meant to embarrass anyone. It was a tool to help them discover the truth for themselves. By asking questions, we begin to peel away the layers of false beliefs and find what is truly important. Imagine if we applied this today. Think about your daily routine. Why do you do the things you do? Are your choices truly your own, or are they simply habits shaped by society and expectations? Socrates would urge us to pause and ask ourselves these questions. Through self-examination, we gain clarity. We understand our values, our strengths, and our weaknesses. This understanding is what gives life meaning. The message of Socrates is timeless. Technology has changed the world, but the human heart remains the same. We all seek happiness, peace, and purpose, yet we often search in the wrong places. Socrates reminds us that the answers are not out there in the noise of the world, but in the quiet moments when we turn inward. Self-awareness is the foundation of all growth. Without it, we are like ships without a compass drifting aimlessly on a wide ocean. So take a moment and think, when was the last time you asked yourself what truly matters? What are your deepest beliefs? Are they your own, or have they been handed to you by others? The teachings of Socrates invite us to take responsibility for our minds and our lives. They encourage us to become the sculptors of our own character rather than letting the world shape us blindly. Now imagine what your life would look like if you truly understood yourself. If you could wake up every day with clarity about who you are, what you value, and where you are heading. Socrates believed that self-awareness is not just a philosophy, but the foundation of happiness and inner strength. When you know yourself deeply, you are no longer controlled by the opinions of others. You do not waste your energy chasing things that do not matter. Instead, you live with purpose and intention. Think of how many people live their lives without questioning their goals. They work tirelessly, earn money, buy things, but still feel a strange emptiness inside. Socrates would say that this happens because we are disconnected from our true selves. We are busy trying to be what society wants instead of listening to our inner voice. He would ask, are you living your own life, or are you simply following a path that was handed to you by someone else? When you begin to ask these questions, something powerful happens. You start to discover what truly brings you joy and meaning. It might not be the job you have now, the possessions you own, or the approval of others. Instead, it might be the small moments of growth and kindness, the times when you act in line with your true values. Socrates taught that the greatest victory is to conquer yourself, to master your own mind and desires. That is when you are truly free. Self-knowledge also gives you the strength to face challenges. Life will always test us with hardships, losses, and failures. But when you know yourself, you can face these storms with a steady heart. You understand that your worth is not defined by success or failure, but by how true you remain to your inner values. Socrates himself faced death with calmness because he knew he had lived honestly, guided by truth and virtue. Think about how this applies to you. What fears hold you back from living fully? Are you afraid of failing, of being judged, or of not meeting expectations? The philosophy of Socrates shows that when you know who you are, fear loses its power. You begin to trust yourself. You become confident not because life is easy, but because you have a strong foundation within. Now imagine if you started practicing self-examination every day. Spend just a few minutes each evening asking yourself what choices you made today. Did you act with kindness? Did you speak the truth? Did you live according to your values? This simple practice, which Socrates used with his students, can change the way you see life. It transforms confusion into clarity and doubt into wisdom. Picture a future where you are no longer running blindly after things that do not bring happiness. Instead, you are walking a path that feels right for you. You have a sense of direction and peace that others can feel. This is the desire that Socrates wanted to awaken in every person. He wanted us to long for a life of meaning, a life where every action is aligned with our deepest understanding. When you truly know yourself, relationships also change. You begin to treat others with more respect and compassion because you understand your own strengths and flaws. You stop blaming the world for your pain and start taking responsibility for your own growth. This not only makes you a better person, it also inspires those around you to do the same. There is something deeply empowering about this way of thinking. It is like finding a compass in the middle of a storm. No matter how chaotic life becomes, you can always return to yourself, to the calm center within. Socrates believed that wisdom begins not with seeking answers outside, but with turning inward and asking the right questions. That journey is both challenging and beautiful because it leads you to the most authentic version of yourself. So let this message sink in. Do not wait for a crisis or a moment of regret to start reflecting on your life. Begin now. Look into your own heart and ask, what kind of person do I want to become? What do I stand for? What is worth my time and energy? When you start living with this clarity, life takes on a new color. Every day feels purposeful, every challenge becomes a lesson, and every moment brings you closer to the person you are meant to be. Now it is your turn to take action. Do not just listen to these ideas and let them fade away. Socrates believed that wisdom comes from living, from practicing what we know to be true. Starting today, take just a few minutes each evening to ask yourself simple but powerful questions. What did I learn about myself today? Did I act with honesty and kindness? Did I make choices that reflect who I truly want to be? You do not need to change your life all at once. Begin with small steps. Notice your thoughts. Reflect on your emotions. Question your habits. Every time you pause to examine your life, you are taking one step closer to true self-awareness. Over time, you will feel a new sense of confidence and clarity because you know why you do what you do. If you want to continue learning from great minds like Socrates and uncover more life-changing lessons, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Share your thoughts in the comments. What is the one question you will ask yourself tonight? Your answer might inspire someone else to begin their own journey of self-discovery.